Hello. It has been a long time. I've been ill, I've been home, I had a terrible haircut, and it is finally time. It is finally time to return to my learned and Nipponese friend, Mr. Naruhodo Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I I have the highest of expectations for chapters 4 and 5 of Resolve. I cannot wait to see how everything is crammed into these. I can't imagine there's even going to be a dull moment. My expectations are just so high right now. I can't I can't put it into words how much I want from this because if this can beat Investigations 2, I will pop off. I will genuinely pop off big time. Let's check the audio levels. Audio looks good. Let's get. I mean, okay. One thing's for sure. My voices are gonna be fucked right now. Oh, wow! How fancy of them to change one number in this line. I'm so excited to see a prosecutor other than Van Zykes. It has to be. It has to be. I'm placing that prediction down right now. Both Chapter 4 and Chapter 5, they can't be Van Zykes. Surely not. Van Zykes has had his time behind the bench, and it is time to get serious with Ace Attorney 2. Grey Ace Attorney 2. We have to face Kazuma, surely. It's the only way. It's the only way. I'm gonna watch the intro again. Select adventure. Is this appropriate? I think so. Since I also last streamed, I have listened to audiobooks of some of the Conan Doyle novels, including The Hand of the Baskervilles. By the way, that is well worth listening to. I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel I listened to it on, but it is a very good story. I actually have been enjoying the real Sholmes stuff, and it's also given me like the oh my god, yeah, this is the thing that Shutakumi sort of was inspired by for this thing. Like, for example, in the final case of the first game, there's the bit with most of his great deductions are somehow based on something from one of the Conan Doyle stories. Like the Chapter 5 one was digging under. That was in the second short story in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. It's going to be so weird to say his name properly. I cannot wait to see how Sholmes is a person in this trial as well. It's going to be epic, dude. It's just going to be epic. Let's go. Oh. I want... You know, I'm just going to click continue and hope that it just works. Yes.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside our window. I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said. Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement. A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder, An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night. And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant. And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow. For our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
There were so many things that I noticed in that just immediately caught my eye. The League, the Red-Headed League. The Red-Headed League, that was the last adventure that I watched, that second one. And that is the same one in which there is the tunnel dug into the bank from a pawnbroker by an assistant who got the job as assistant just to dig the tunnel. Yeah, he distracted the pawnbroker away from the pawnbrokery by giving him a fake advertisement for the Red-Headed League, and there was something in that, even in this in this introduction, about a red-headed an advertisement, the Red-Headed League, and what the fuck are the chances of that? And also, I learned that the name Enoch Drebber, is the name of the first victim in what's it? A Study in Scarlet, right? I hadn't actually read A Study in Scarlet. I've read The Sign of Four for GCSE, but I've been enjoying the actual. Oh, this is just going to be fantastic, isn't it? Whew. And there's also some quote of Real Holmes saying that the more exotic and weird a murder is, the easier it is to solve, because there's actually more weird clues to go off of. Whereas if it's just a commonplace killing, that makes it a lot more difficult to unravel. We must unravel this mystery. Right. Right, time to be the protagonist again with this very unusual protagonist voice. 8 days after that earth-shattering trial and Casimir regaining his memory, we were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel. Somebody moving suitcases around, though you can't move them up the stairs. Curious. These little things seem ripe to be used in a mystery, don't they? The way they're sort of designed. They are ripe for objections and such. I am gonna have to fucking listen to that. I thought I was gonna have to do his voice at some point. I'm gonna have to re-watch part of Case 1 to figure that out, because I had his voice half nailed there. Professor Mikotoba is due to arrive at any moment. Yes, I'm so glad we got here in time. Susato-san hasn't been the same since what had happened. Not that I'm surprised. The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. Do you suppose my father knew? That he was actually the mass murderer, the professor, you mean? I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they? Yes, that's true. Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikotoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well? That's right. But for some reason, he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it. That probably means he knows then. About Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia, and that he's regained his memory now. This is probably him, so allow me to mute my mic here and go and listen to that. Literally, probably 1 minute or so. Okay, I think I might have it, but I do need to keep in mind that I made a false assumption about him. He should have better English because he's been to England. I didn't understand that. I thought that his English wouldn't be... Because I've tried to do the Susato voice so that she hasn't been studying English as much as like Kazuma and Ryunosuke, but I'm going to have to wing it. It's going to be tough. Ah, there she is. Oh. Oh, oh, there they are. Whoa. Holy shit. There they are. Oh, father. Hello, Susato. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted that you've arrived safe and sound. Ah, hello, Mr. Naruhodo. You're very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here. Oh, no, not at all. It's my pleasure. We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits in London, you know. London, you know. The news has crossed the seas. It has. I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with the steamships from Britain. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who is this man? And why do I feel as though I've seen him before? I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me. In that case, how about a little reminder, Seishiro? A firm tap should do it. Yes. A firm tap? What? Here we go, then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, guilty. Oh, you're... The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Your Excellency. Hello, Judge Jigoku. How are you? It's been a long time. I knew he has to have that laugh. He's just that kind of character. Good, you've remembered now. That really did the trick. Guilty. And I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at the time. He looks so different. It's insane how much the suit changes these characters. So, London again after all this time. All this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. To be honest, I never thought I'd be back. Neither did I. I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. Oh, they have the symposium. Though, really, I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it, Saishiro? What are you talking about, Yujin? Of course, Judge Jiguk. He must complete the set. He's the other man, who 16 years ago. So it was Asogi's dad, Professor Mikotoba, Saishiro. Wasn't there a fourth? Came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikotoba. Okay, it was only 3. He's the 3rd visiting scholar. Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. I must say, I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you? Relevant info there. Something has been smuggled in his luggage, probably a cocoon of poison. Good old Apollo Justice. Ah, I knew you were jealous. Sorry? Ministerial status? Yes, didn't you know? Saishiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. Oh. Cool story, bro. It was his personal insistence that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on this study tour. Okay. Guilty as charged. Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks. Ah, yes now, Naruhodo. I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday. Oh, you did? It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved with 8 days ago. About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy. Yes, could you tell us any more about it? I'm right in thinking that these scales are a symbol of the defense in law, aren't they? They're supposed to symbolize treating everything equally and fairly. That's why they're always in the middle, balanced, equal measures on both sides. Recently though, whenever I see a set of scales, I can only think of the enormous scales of justice. That's entirely understandable. They are such a powerful symbol in the courtroom, aren't they? And the thing about the scales of justice is, they're always leaning one way or the other. They've only ever been balanced right at the start. It must be something peculiar to the British. I'm afraid I can't shed any light on it, Mr. Naruhodo. Anything new about the name? I should really give him his armband back, shouldn't I? It's a very fine embroidery here that shows the name of the armband's owner. In this case, Kazuma Asogi. So I'm always carrying my best friend's hopes and dreams with me on my right arm just here, all the time. To be honest, it's something that weighs very heavily on me. Oh, I didn't realize it was such a burden, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, I think it's why my right shoulder aches so much. Are you sure that's not to do with your reading in bed or the like? Take that! Take that! Professor Mikotoba, I wonder, could I show you something? Why do you seem so nervous? I suppose because I'm a student showing something to a professor. That's always quite nerve-wracking. Well, I'm sorry to perturb you in that way, but anyway, I'm afraid I have nothing useful to say about that, really. Look at those cases just there on that trolley. Just left there on that trolley. Aren't they worried about thieves? I know I am. Haven't you seen the porter over there? Don't worry, he's obviously keeping an eye on everything. Ah, so it's a trap designed to catch any chances you might be tempted. Why did the porter give me such a scathing look just now, do you suppose? Well, some might say you look a little suspicious with your jet black clothes. That I'm not wearing because I'm wearing Iris's outfit that she made for us. Also, why is the head of the omnibus company a porter now? Not everyone clad in black is some sort of ninja with intent to steal, you know? Have you seen all those sparkling jewels up there? They must have gathered every gem in the world for that. Ah, it's called a chandelier, I believe. It's designed to provide elegant lighting in large spaces.